Hi, welcome back. This is Shelly with the Healthy Ways Tip of the Week. Today I wanted to talk about something that's pretty relevant for everybody, and it's kind of an overview of really what are the best tricks for achieving weight loss. So we are a weight loss nutrition center, so we do go over this pretty much throughout program, but I did want to give people kind of the key bullet points of really what are the main factors that are contributing to a healthy diet. So I'm going to be reading off a couple papers, so I apologize if I'm not looking directly at the camera. I'm going to be reading an article that our founder, Sherry, actually recently wrote, and it is What to Eat to Stay Healthy, a quick reference guide. So basically what motivated us to do this is there's a lot of mixed information out there. Who knows, are you supposed to eat eggs or are you not? Are artificial sweeteners safe or are they not? So there's a lot of confusion of really what's right. So we've been in business for over 30 years and we've just seen time and time again the power of food. So I'm going to be kind of reviewing those key powers we've seen. Our goal as well is not about just weight loss. It's about well-rounded health. So we're definitely reviewing stuff that's going to be weight loss friendly, but also health friendly. So her number one thing she recommended was to eat your vegetables, especially your green ones. Now, if you've watched my previous videos, you know I'm a veggie head and I advocate them all the time. So again, vegetables are the number one food trend that every diet can agree on. Eat your vegetables. So again, in case you needed a reminder, there it is. And leafy greens are the best, most nutritiously dense vegetables. So pretty much at Healthy Way, we recommend to have at least 3 cups a day, minimally, and more if you can get them in. So she definitely advocates vegetables is your number one trick. The next thing is if you're having a sweet tooth, the best alternative is to have organic fruit to really kind of curb that sweet craving. It's naturally sweet, it's really high in nutrients, a lot of vitamins and minerals and stuff that is vital to our body's health. So go for fruit when in doubt. And we recommend organic, so you're avoiding pesticides, any chemicals, anything that is going to alter things inside the body. It could be hormones, it could be your thyroid, imbalances, many other things. So, if you notice in the world right now, there's a lot of health issues and a lot that are kind of new and just happening for so many people and of all different ages. And I'm not going to say exactly it's because of pesticides, but I definitely feel that that is a contributing factor. So go organic when possible, especially with your fresh fruit, because you're eating it raw, it's not being cooked, you're just eating in its raw form and you're absorbing whatever is on it. So eat fruit for curbing your sugar cravings. If you are a meat eater or you ingest animal products, absolutely you should be going organic, grass-fed, ideally local if you live in an area with easily access or within your same state. So the food is not being shipped from far and it's having time to age. It's better to get it fresh. So organic again, not to push that so much, but really we are organic fans. And animal products, there's a lot of controversy as well. Plant-based people say, oh, don't eat meat anymore. I really believe it's about the quality of the meat and making sure that you're balancing your meat intake with adequate vegetables. So eat your veggies and eat your lean proteins. If you're going for poultry, eggs or any, leaner meats like that, again, you definitely want to go organic. Make sure it's pasture-raised. And ultimately, it's sort of the same on with the normal meats. For fish and seafood, we definitely recommend to not have farmed. It's just a weird practice. I'm not going to get totally into that, but there's definitely controversy with farmed fish. We're recommending to go for wild Alaskan salmon. You can have it fresh or canned. Have it a couple times a week. Fish does have really good nutrients in it. Really good fish oils. The EPA and the DHA are the oils that come from fish. Really good for our brain health and a lot of other things to function. There's a website that we like called Vital Choice, VitalChoice.com. Vital Choice. They have really quality fish. And we would definitely advocate, there's a couple other nutrition centers and health advocates in Santa Cruz County that they would also confirm Vital Choice is one of the safest places to buy fish. And then it looks like just on her list here, shrimp from the Gulf of Mexico is actually the best source for shrimp. Something about the Gulf is for the shrimp is not, they're not absorbing as many toxins. So, also, on a side note, we're not recommending you to burn or deep fry any of your meats. Actually, cooking it in these ways causes it to be more carcinogenic. Carcinogens actually are cancer-causing agents, so let's try and not induce that in our food. So being mindful in your cooking, using baking, poaching, sauteing, pressure cooking as your kind of cooking medium. For milk and dairy. So ultimately, there are a good amount of people that do have sensitivities to milk and dairy. So it is wise to kind of be checked and make sure you aren't intolerant, because if you are intolerant and you're eating those food items, they are going to cause inflammation in the body, which inflammation is the start of all disease. So we don't want that. So, we're not saying never to have it, but just be mindful and educate yourself if your body is able to ingest it. Then, if you are allowed or your body's able to have milk and dairy products, then we definitely say again, organic, grass-fed, unsweetened. So a lot of yogurts, a lot of milks, they actually can add sugars into them. Make sure you are avoiding sugars in your dairy products. We also say avoid margarines, any hydrogenated oils. Do not buy that stuff. There are so much better options for you. We'd rather you have a organic, grass-fed, unsalted butter, actually. For fats, there's a lot of controversy with fats as well. We advocate eat quality, high nutrient fats, ideally in their whole form. So you can have oil, but ultimately eat avocados, eat whole nuts and seeds, have it in its whole form, not always so much oil. Oil is not that nutrient rich. It's not necessarily bad for you, but you want to eat foods that are more nutrient rich, and you're going to get more rounded nutrients if you eat the whole source. So a whole walnut, let's say, or whole almonds, having hemp seeds in the whole form or chia seeds in the whole form. We're okay with nut milks too, but ideally you want to get a bulk of your healthy fats from the whole source. It looks like, is there anything else important to say on here? I think that was about it, but just being mindful. Okay, if you're going to cook with a fat, the kind we recommend is organic avocado oil, organic coconut oil, grass-fed ghee, which is called clarified butter as well, or grass-fed butter from goat and cows. Those oils are the best for high heat temperatures. If you're going to use an oil as raw, you want to go for organic olive oil, walnut, almond, macadamia nut, sesame, flax, hemp, tahini, or MCT oil, which is a form of coconut oil that's a little bit, the healthy properties of it have been more isolated. So all of the oils we just talked about ideally should be cold pressed, meaning the high heat oils or the cold oils, they in their extraction process, they don't want to be heated. If you have more questions on that, feel free to comment and I'll explain more. I'm not going to get into that much right in this film. And then definitely fats that we say kill and that you want to stay away from for the rest of your life would be, like I said, any highly processed refined oils like hydrogenated oils, soybean oil, canola oil, corn oil, safflower oil, palm oil, peanut oil, vegetable oils, and shortening. So it will be listed as vegetable oil. It won't be a specific vegetable. It'll just say vegetable oil. Margarine and all butter substitutes and absolutely anything hydrogenated. Those are the oils to never have in your life again if you can help it. The next tip is sugar and sweeteners. Sugar is in almost everything, and we all are addicted to it. So many people say, oh, no, I'm not. I'm sorry. Chemically, our brains are addicted to sugar. That includes white flour products like pizza, like bagels, any candy, anything that's a pastry. There's a lot of savory stuff. White flour breaks down into our bloodstream as sugars. So I'm sorry, we all are sugar addicts. There is research that shows our brains react very quickly when we ingest sugar in our addictive center in our brain. It hits us less than 10 seconds in the addictive center. When we even have a tiny bit of sugar, it's including you have some barbecue sauce, a little side on something. Exposure to sugar will cause your addiction in the brain to start stimulating and usually make us start craving those food items or similar food items. So we're saying if you can look at your labels and try to avoid cane sugar at all costs, hallelujah. The kinds of sugars that we would recommend you to have, we don't want to say you can't have sweetness in your life, but to be mindful. So we would say have fresh fruit. Absolutely, fruit is the best thing for you. Dates and prunes actually are going to have a good sugar content. Really good for baking, actually. You can use those as a sugar medium. Organic high-grade maple syrup. Organic palm or coconut sugars. These are not coming from the controversial palm plant, but from the coconut palm. It is different. Green leaf stevia. Stevia in general is great, but if you can get green leaf stevia, it is much higher nutrients and actually reacts within our body a little bit better. Stevia is a plant, and it's just basically a natural little plant that has been ground up. Boom, it looks kind of like a green, gentle powder. Tastes sweet. Usually what happens for it to become white is there's been a little bit more processing. Ideally, go for less processing when you can. Erythritol is a sugar alcohol. It's one that you definitely want to use sparingly. Too much of sugar alcohols can actually be a little bit softening to our bowel movements, and depending where your movement's at, might not be your best situation. If you're dealing with any constipation, that could be a great option. So again, being mindful, and our website and our Pinterest and all that has really fun options talking about these sweeteners and how to use them in baking items. So again, reach out if you need. I also know that applesauce is a really good cooking medium if you're doing a baking form. I'm going on now to our carbohydrates and starches. I'm here to tell you carbs are not the enemy. What is the enemy is the quality of the carbs you're eating. So making sure you're eating whole starches that are quality, high nutrients again. So we really are big fans of low glycemic starches such as quinoa, brown rice, whole grains, ideally sprouted. There's a great brand called Food for Life that has a line within it called Ezekiel. I think it's 4.9. There's breads, there's English muffins, there's tortillas. Those are the kinds that we would definitely say to enjoy. Those are the best starches for you. Sweet potatoes, brown rice, butternut squash, beans, lentils. And basically, get a well-rounded diet. Have variety, enjoy yourself, eat foods that you like. We are not advocating you to eat stuff you do not like. It is about eating and enjoying your diet, but being conscious that you're eating foods that are high nutrients, that are going to give your body nutrients and not take away. So those were just a couple main tips and tricks for the best way to achieve a healthy diet and weight loss. Ultimately, we say exercise as well. Find peace in your life, have time for downtime, have time for, your activities, your exercise and all that too. But you need downtime, you need self-care, and you need rest. All of that is going to help keep our stress levels down and keep our health journey more successful and more enjoyable. So thank you so much for watching today. I appreciate all those of you who are watching. If you really like these videos, I do ask that you subscribe so I can keep that momentum going and feeling more inspired. We can also always take more people friending us on Facebook and visiting our other social media pages. I'll put a link below of those. We're really trying to get more present in the internet world just so we can help people, not just in our day-to-day, but out every day. Sometimes late at night, you guys might be checking Facebook and say, oh, look at that awesome tip from Healthy Way. We just want to help inspire everybody to be happy and healthy. So thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye.